Spring is finally here. Everybody is getting out of their little winter cocoons. Today was a day that we had to leave the house. We had to meet up with people. I still had all of this stuff to do at home though, and it was a bit overwhelming. We all can have those days sometimes, and I call them getting it done days. Even if we have other obligations and I can't just stay home and get it done, we all got to get things done. So today, because I had to leave the house, I actually just threw a frozen chuck roast and a bag of frozen bone broth that I had in my Instant Pot before we even left. So today in the video, I'm going to show you the chuck roast that I make, which is just super easy. Set it and forget it. For a small family like mine, it ends up lasting for days. This multi-grain, fresh milled sourdough loaf that I'm making. This is pretty much the same sourdough loaf I make all the time. I make 50% whole grain, and I just mix whatever grains I have from the local farmers market that I'm blessed to be around. And I do 50% bread flour. That way it still has a really nice oven spring, but it still has some of the nutritional benefits from freshly milled flour. And I also use the whey that is the byproduct from the yogurt that I make every week for our daily smoothies that my toddler has grown accustomed to. For this loaf, I just mixed my starter in the morning so that once we left the house and then I came back later in the afternoon, the starter was nice and happy and I was able to start to mix my bread. One of the best hacks I've learned from people on the internet, for people who have zero sense of time like I do, and I'm always just running around, is that you can put the food in the Instant Pot. So for this was like a 2 or 3 pound chuck roast and a quart of bone broth, and I just put it in the Instant Pot, high pressure for an hour, 15 minutes, and then I just left it on keep warm. You can leave it on keep warm for like 10 hours. If I had done that with the veggies though, then they would be all soggy and totally falling apart. So this worked really well. I chopped up the veggies into huge chunks, which took like 3 minutes. And then I have a fully cooked roast that doesn't have a ton of flavor yet, but it's only gonna take like maybe 30 or 45 minutes for those veggies to get soft and for everything to be imparted with flavor and seasoning, when I didn't have the foresight to do that the day before or even in the morning when I'm rushing around. To make this stew just a little bit thicker, a little bit homier, and to stretch a little bit longer, I ended up cooking like a half a cup of rice just with some of the bone broth that the meat was cooked in, with just the few vegetables that I had laying around the house, a chuck roast that I had in the freezer, and some homemade bone broth that I had made several weeks ago. I was able to throw together something that nourished my family for several days and was totally affordable and barely took any effort on my part, so that I could focus on getting all of the things done. after a busy and successful day of getting things done, all I had left to do before the end of the day was to do my final shaping for my sourdough, and then took that into bed in the fridge as well. And then I baked it the next morning. I learned from Elaine Body that the best things to use in your banneton if you are putting your bread into the fridge is a shower cap on top and a hairnet on the bottom. It keeps it from sticking to the basket, and then the shower cap doesn't go so tight against the top so the bread doesn't stick to that either. Thank you for spending this busy day with me where we just got things done. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and definitely comment below, what do you do to get things done? What kind of little things do you put in place so that we are stress-free and enjoying this lovely weather?